Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, I am Abdurrahim from Boys Higher Secondary School, Talpura, 12th class Economics. Today, our topic is aggregate supply. Dear students, yesterday we have discussed from the previous two lectures what is meant by aggregate demand, concept of aggregate demand, and components of aggregate demand, and schedule of aggregate demand. Now, today we are discussing about aggregate supply. What is meant by aggregate supply? Aggregate means total supply. Aggregate supply refers to flow of goods and services as planned by the producers during an accounting year. It is identical with the flow of income. That is why during an accounting year, since Y is equal to income is equal to consumption plus saving, C plus S. Y is equal to C plus S. C refers consumption, S refers savings, Y income. We may state that aggregate supply is equal to consumption plus saving. Now, dear students, what are the components of this aggregate supply? There are two components of aggregate supply. They are number one, consumption, that is C, and number two, that is saving. What is consumption? Consumption as component of income is always positive. It is never zero. Even when income if income is zero, means Y is equal to zero. What do we do when Y is equal to zero? Do we not eat? We do. How? We draw on our past savings or borrow from the others. Thus, there is always some minimum level of consumption even when income is equal to zero, or there is some minimum level of consumption independent of the level of income. Of course, consumption increases as income increases, so that there is positive relationship between income and consumption. And number two is saving. Saving as a component of income. This component of Y may be negative when the level of income is low. When consumption is more than income, what do? We draw on our past saving or we borrow from others. This is a situation of minus saving. Of course, saving increases as income increases, so that there is a positive relationship between income and saving. Now, dear students, it was the definition or meaning of this aggregate supply, and these are the components. Now we will make the whole clear and easy with this schedule, that is aggregate supply schedule. What do we do here? In this table, there are 4 columns in this table. From first column it is Y, that is income, and second column it is consumption, C, S saving, AS aggregate supply. When income is 0, 20 increases 40, 60, 80, 100 and 110. At that time, when income was 0, but the consumption was even at that time, that is 20, or we can say 20 crore of rupees. Because in microeconomics we discuss a small unit, but here we discuss the whole economy. That so we can see it may be 20 crore rupees, because with no income, but there should be, because everybody wants to eat something, consume something. From what they will get that, even from the past savings, or they can borrow from the others, but the consumption is there. With increase of this income from 0 to 20, there is increase in the consumption from 20 to 25, and when increase from 40 to 60, 60 to 80, 100, 110, there is increase in consumption 20, 25, 40, 45, 50, 55, and so on, 60. Now, when income was 0, consumption was 20, at that time savings was minus 20 because the income was 0. 20 was consumption. He has consumed. The consumption was 20 crore rupees. So, saving is that minus 20 crore rupees. And when saving income was 20, consumption was 25, this is simply minus 25 minus 20, that is minus 20 minus 25, that is minus 5 crore rupees. When income increases from 20 to 40, at that time consumption is also 40 and the saving is 0. After that, income increases, or we can say income is more than the consumption, so there is saving, that is 60 minus 45, that is 15, then 80 minus 50, that is 30, and 100 minus 55, 45, and 60. Now what is aggregate supply? At this the first column, when its income was 0, consumption was 20, saving was 20, aggregate total supply was also 0. When 20, 25, 5, 25 minus 5, that is 20 was at that time saving, this aggregate saving. Then it is 40, 60, 80, 100, and 120, and so on. Now it is clear from this table that the lower level of the income, at that time consumption is more than income. This is because of the minimum level of consumption. In such a situation, we are withdrawing our past saving so that saving is negative till income reaches rupees 40 crore. When income is rupees 40 crore and consumption is 40, this is 40 crore, S is equal to 0, saving is equal to 0. Beyond it, saving are positive. Now, the same we can make a bit more clear with this following figure. And now, in this diagram, we have taken from this O-axis, that is Y means income. From OY axis, we have taken AS, which is equal to consumption plus saving, that is C plus S. And this, it shows an obvious identity between income on the y-axis and C plus S on OX axis and OY axis. Note, Y here refers to the personal disposable income. As discussed it already, personal disposable income is always equal to the household consumption and household saving. Now, with this figure, it is clear now what is meant by aggregate supply, components of aggregate supply, supply components, aggregate supply schedule, with this schedule as well as figure as the time and network taking in consideration. I hope that in this little time it is now clear to you, and tomorrow we will discuss with the next lecture topic, inshallah.